Our digital world is just exploding. We've got AI creating unbelievable art, smart devices connecting basically everything in our homes and cities. But all this progress, it comes with a hidden cost, and it's a big one, a massive and growing hunger for energy. So let's dive into that challenge and check out some really cool solutions that are being worked on. And when I say big, I mean staggering. Get this. The Internet of Things, all those connected devices, already eats up a whopping 10% of the entire world's electricity. That is a huge energy footprint for just one slice of our digital lives. So that brings us to the big question, right? How do we keep innovating and building this amazing, intelligent future without completely breaking our planet's energy budget? It's a massive challenge for sure. But the answer might just lie in making our most powerful technologies way smarter, leaner, and more collaborative. And the very first place we gotta look is artificial intelligence. AI is at the heart of so much of this innovation, but its appetite for energy is just enormous. It is definitely time we put AI on a serious diet. And the reason why is pretty simple. Training and running these gigantic AI models, the ones that power chatbots or generate those incredible images, it takes a ton of computational power. I'm talking about data centers packed with servers running 24/7, all guzzling huge amounts of electricity. It means every single question you ask an AI has a very real-world energy cost. So how in the world do you make an AI more efficient? Well, this slide shows 3 brilliant ways. First up, you've got pruning. It's kind of like trimming a bonsai tree. You snip away the weakest connections in the AI's network to make it smaller, but without really losing performance. Then there's quantization. This basically simplifies the numbers the AI uses. Think whole numbers instead of complex decimals, which cuts down on memory and processing power. And finally, my favorite, knowledge distillation. This is where a big teacher AI passes its wisdom down to a smaller, more nimble student model, making it just as powerful but way more efficient. And the impact of these techniques? It's incredible. Just by using quantization alone, researchers can shrink an AI model's size by over 75%. That's a total game changer, because it means powerful AI can finally run on smaller, everyday devices, like your phone or your watch, using just a tiny fraction of the energy. Okay, now let's switch gears to our second major power consumer, blockchain. Yeah, it's famous for cryptocurrencies, but its potential is way bigger than that. The problem is, its early designs came with some serious environmental baggage. The technology has been held back by 2 fundamental problems. First, the absolutely colossal energy consumption of early systems like proof of work. And second, most blockchains were built like these isolated digital islands. They couldn't talk or work together, which just led to a lot of duplicated effort and, you guessed it, even more wasted energy. This slide breaks down the solution to that energy problem perfectly. The whole industry is shifting away from proof of work, where computers burn the energy of a small country just competing to solve puzzles, to proof of stake. With this new method, participants just stake their own assets to validate transactions. It is a much more elegant and way more energy-efficient system that gives you solid security without that massive environmental cost. So what about that isolation problem? Well, the solution is something called interoperability. Basically building bridges between those blockchain islands. Protocols like Polkadot and Cosmos are designed to do exactly that. They let different blockchains share information and security. This means they can stop duplicating work and start specializing and actually working together efficiently. Okay, so we've got a leaner, more efficient AI, and we've got a cleaner, more connected blockchain. This is where things get really, really exciting, because this isn't just about fixing old problems anymore. This is about creating something entirely new. So what happens when you combine this newly efficient AI with the secure, decentralized, and collaborative power of modern blockchains? Well, what you get is the foundation for a completely new kind of digital ecosystem. And a prime example of this already in action is a project called BitTensor. The core idea is actually simple, but it is so powerful. BitTensor uses blockchain to create a decentralized marketplace for AI. So instead of intelligence being locked away on the servers of a few huge companies, it becomes this globally accessible, tradable thing that anyone can contribute to and benefit from. Let's just quickly break down how this whole ecosystem works. First, you have the miners. They're the ones providing the AI models and doing the heavy lifting. Then you have validators, who act like peer reviewers, checking the quality of the miners' work.
Subnet creators are the architects. They design specialized markets for specific AI tasks, like maybe image generation. And finally, you've got stakers, who back the validators they trust, which helps secure the whole network while earning them rewards.
And this is not just a theory, okay? The BitTensor network is already thriving. There are over 60 of these specialized AI marketplaces, or subnets, already up and running. This is creating a vast and rapidly growing universe of decentralized AI, where innovation can happen at an explosive pace, driven by a global community instead of just one company.
So we've seen how AI and blockchain are evolving, becoming more sustainable, more collaborative. And we've seen how when they come together, they create something incredibly powerful. But what does this all mean for the future of intelligence itself?
Let's just quickly recap the whole journey. We started with two super power-hungry technologies. We saw how AI can be put on a diet, becoming lean and efficient. We saw how blockchain is moving past its energy-guzzling and isolated past. And most importantly, we've seen that when you combine them, you can create this open, decentralized marketplace where AI intelligence itself can be shared, valued, and improved by anyone, anywhere on the planet. And that really leaves us with one final and crucial question. The technologies we've talked about today, they point to a fundamental shift. Is the future of artificial intelligence going to be controlled and developed by just a handful of massive corporations? Or will it be built by a decentralized global network of contributors all working together in an open market? The answer to that question could really define the next era of innovation.